Hey fishers. Yeah, it's getting close to winter time. A little bit of fog hanging around of a morning now. Can't wait till we get a few of those frosty mornings and sunny days. That really kicks the big cod into gear, hey? Something that we sort of sweat on we freeze to death for every winter, and it really does work because you get really high barometers when you get situations like that. And the big cod continue to feed right through the winter months. The little cod slow down dramatically, the metabolism slows down, I'm assuming that's what it is, and the big cod seem to beat them to the bait. The little fish don't seem to feed as much when the water temperature drops. The water temperature in the river at the moment is about 12 degrees, and it seems to be dropping about 1 degree every couple of weeks. So just keep an eye on that, but it doesn't seem to matter. Oh, by the way, lobster season, Murray Cray season starts on the 1st of June. The river looks fantastic for crays this year. Last year was a bit of a task because it was in flood most of the time. We've got a heap of cray pots in stock and all the floats and all that sort of stuff. And we've got some really heavy duty cray pots if you want to put some in sort of the fast water in the current, and they'll hold bottom without any trouble at all. But there is quite a few cod coming out of the river. Bundajerry Channel was, over the last 2 weeks, has been quite productive. Even walking the bank's not bad there at the moment. You'll get a few on surface lures, but mainly on big lures. 110 hammerheads, 120 jaws, anything of that nature. That's what's been catching most of the fish down there. Haven't heard of any big fish come out of it yet, but it won't be too long, I can assure you. 63, 65, 70 centimetres sort of been pulling them up lately. But during the winter months, we usually get meteries out of there, so it's worth a look. Hume Weir, still a bit of activity on the redfin down there. Yellowbelly are gone quiet, haven't heard much from them. Getting a fair few fish below the Hume Weir, just in the river. Dartmouth Dam, good. Getting some good reports from Dartmouth. Early morning, really consistent. Through the day, depending on how much light's around, it's not too bad, a little bit patchy. Mulwala, some good reports from Mulwala. Majority of the fish are getting caught in the shallows. Trolling spinnerbait seems to be okay. Still getting a few on surface lures there as well. Sneaking up to Blowering, a lot of good redfin coming out of Blowering. Still happy with that. You've got to hunt around a little bit more than you did here a few weeks ago, but there's some very sizable fish. You know, if you've got a 3 or 4 pounder, it doesn't surprise us at all at the moment, and there's quite a few around that size. A few undersized stuff obviously as well, but there is some good sizable fish. The tumor off the bank with bait too at Blowering is producing a few good cod, but trolling's been very quiet on the cod scene there. It might pick up in the near future, and in the next month you'll see a few getting caught on swim baits, surface lures and soft plastic, so that'll really happen. Tumut River, fishing quite well. Started to fish on bait again nicely. Drifting worms, definitely the way to go. Also casting small lures like little vibrax, blue fox, anything of that nature. Yakamito slim minnows, absolutely brilliant there at the moment. Little hard bodies, they're doing the well. Quite a few fish getting caught in the Yarringabilly. The spawn run started in the Eucabean and the Threadbow, shoulder to shoulder as far as people go, and same with the fish basically. They're getting a few fish out of it, so it's not bad. Eucabean itself, the lake, trolling a few fish out of it, but they're a little bit on the lean side. Tantangra is still the hot spot, so really happy with that. Burrinjuck's really quiet, disappointed in that. Wangler, very happy with that. So it looks pretty promising. Now, if anybody wants any more in-depth reports on some specific areas, give me a ring because I can't cover it all in these reports. This is the Complete Anglers Fish Report this week. We'll catch you next week.